without using any intermediaries. For non-Jews, I always explain to, hi, how are you? I always explain to disconnect any intermediaries, whether it's Jesus, Buddha, whatever it is, but make sure to disconnect. Because with this, we connect directly to the source. No intermediaries needed. It actually hinders the time. We're going to directly connect with the source. And it's very, very powerful. Yosef, can you turn on your camera, please? Let me send him an invite. I get from two main places. My meditation, I'm combining a few things. I am taking from, it's called the book of Or HaShalom. No, Or HaBriah, sorry, by Rabbi Shalom Talmuni. And the Nefesh HaChaim Shar Gimel. Now, when we start, it's imperative for you, whoever doesn't know this already from doing meditations, that there is no phones on, or at least the ringer is off. So the good thing if I do that. So there's no interferences. One of the major things I find when I do my meditations, I'm able to incorporate the noises or anything around me, any disturbances, and it actually intensifies my meditation, because I prepare myself beforehand explaining anything and everything that I'm going to hear should only intensify through it. Meaning, if I hear a baby cry in the background or somebody's phone goes off, it helps me go deeper into it. Now, when you take yourself, we're going to make a light around us. And when we bring ourselves in, we're going to be bringing our whole self, every part of us. I always say, if there's any women, if you're expecting, make sure you take the fetus and you put it into a separate light so you know it's safe, but it's not something you're concerned about because it's in a safe place. Husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, everything goes outside. There's nothing else allowed in this circle besides your full self, spiritually, mentally, and physically. That's it. And okay, more people are coming in. Great. I'm glad we didn't get started so fast. So, like I asked, if everyone could just please turn on the cameras, it helps intensify it for everybody. At the end, there will be a question and answer. Once we get started, there's only going to be silence. And I will mute everybody once the time comes. So once we take ourselves all into this, we bring every single part, and you truly have to believe that that every part of you, physically, mentally, is going to be inside of this place. I'm going to do something out of the ordinary. Usually, I go straight into it, but I see a few people here that have not done meditations before.
Reuven, maybe we can wait 2 more minutes or so we can see who else is coming in, and then explain a little bit about the meditation.
Sure. Okay, we'll give it a couple of more minutes, a little bit, and then we'll start. All right. Grab a seat, a chair. Okay. Yes, because quite a few more just came in. If everybody can please open up their cameras. Avi, get your buddy to sit down with you. It's amazing. It's just something. All right. And more people walking in over here. Better late than never. Unless it comes to a meditation. And then you're disturbing everybody. We're recording. Have a seat, please. Did your wife make it? Hello. All right. Pam's here with us. Now, I first would like to take this time also while we're here, just to thank my friend Benjamin, for hosting us with the Zoom tonight.
So we have a few previous meditations. We recorded them and I posted them on YouTube. If anybody wants to see them later, Hashem, you can look at them on the link I just posted in the chat. Oh wait,
it's fine. They're gonna have this anyways, and they'll have the recording.
Yeah, okay. And the recording of this session also, so it will also be posted on the.
I love my friend Benjamin. He's great. I purposely just muted him just to harass him. He's a good friend of mine. And so I think we're going to get started, even though not everybody's here. I don't want to take up everybody's time too much. Now, the first step, what we're going to do, and I'm not going to stay in these parts for too long. First and foremost, please turn off all your phones. And if you're able to have quiet in your room, even though it won't disturb the video, it's better for you. If there is any disturbances in the room, you may want to put on headphones. It might help silence it a little bit more for you. Give everybody a second to do that. Now, after a regular meditation, I always recommend to people to have a little bit of water. But with this, I recommend to hold on to it so you can get used to its feelings as long as you can. And a little afterwards, get some water. And we're not gonna shake it off afterwards or anything, because we really want to keep this a very special state. The first step, what we're going to do is silence the mind. Now, the way this is done is we close our eyes and we're going to, every time a thought comes up, we're going to recognize it, we're going to see it, acknowledge it, and then ask ourselves, what else are we thinking? And when that feeling of anger comes up or sadness, we're going to recognize it and accept it and see it. And the other one's going to fade away, because as a human being, we can't hold two thoughts at one time. And then we're just going to keep doing that for a little bit. And then I'll take you a little bit quicker than I would usually into the further steps, just because of time and everything else that has to go on tonight. So if we can all please now sit comfortably, close your eyes, resting your hands on your lap. Let's all close our eyes. We're going to keep them closed for the duration of this meditation. And just relax, feel the thought, see it. Acknowledge it. It's okay. What else am I thinking? Oh, sadness. Nice. What else am I thinking? Anger. Okay. It's a human emotion. Great. What else am I thinking? And we're just acknowledging each emotion that comes through. Controlling our breathing. And acknowledge the next feeling. I'm tired, or I'm hungry, whatever it is, acknowledge them. Any thought that comes down is important. But then let the next feeling come up on the next thought and acknowledge it, and that one will float away. Because as I said, we can't hold two thoughts at one time. Did you get your emotions hurt today? It's okay, acknowledge it. Bring up the next thought. We don't want to delve into any of them. Now, I want you to envision Jacob's ladder, which reached from the ground through the heavens. And there's 10 rungs. As we get onto the first one, we're going to count it 3 times. We're going to go 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, till you get to number 10. 3, 3, 3. 4, 4, 4. Keeping your eyes closed. Look around from side to side. So much going on. Look down. You can see all the stress of the day and everything down there. Because that's only physical. Five, 5, 5. 6, 6, 6. 7, 7, 7. Just keep counting as you're going higher. You carry all these burdens, all this pain. Let them go. They weren't meant to have forever. Leave them behind. They don't have to come with you now. 8, 8, 8. 9, 9, 9. 10, 10, 10. Standing before the heavenly throne. Sit before it. Feel its glory, feel its holiness, the love. The source has all the love in the world and everything we need. Now I want you to envision a waterfall of all those beautiful feelings. The warmth, the love, the attention, every emotional, physical or mental that we need. Just feel that light pouring over us. Feels so good. So intense. All over our body. Now, take a deep breath in, and when you're going to release it, I want you to release it with a sigh and feel the tension leaving. Let's do it again. Holding it a little bit longer, and then letting it out with a sigh. And just feel the stress leaving, the pain, be it physical or mental. Take another deep breath. Each deep breath, you're feeling a closer connection to the source, because you're releasing all that imaginary pain. It's only pain because we don't understand it. But in truth, it all comes from the source. What we picture as the good, the bad, it's all His. And it's only good because He loves us, even though we're little children and we don't realize it. Taking in another deep breath. You're beginning to notice, hopefully by now, a little bit of tingling through your fingers or your face. That's a very good sign. It's the energy flowing in. Because we're releasing the things that don't belong inside of us, which is stress and anger. We're getting rid of all of it. Taking another deep breath. Releasing it. We can feel ourselves connecting to the world. Literally roots growing out of us into the atmosphere, connecting to all of the Hebrew alphabet that the source used to create it, all the power and the good and the energy that it has to offer. Let's just stay at this point a little bit and just enjoy it. Deeper and deeper, getting to understand the source, getting to build that connection. Taking another deep breath. Feels so good. Take in another deep breath. You're cutting yourself short by not pushing it all out. Before your next breath, I want you to just breathe out as deep as you can, emptying out your lungs and your gut. Then take another deep breath. Again, being sure to release everything. Blow out as much as you can. This time you're going to breathe in as deep as you can and hold it for a little bit. As long as you can. You're safe. You're not going to pass out. I promise you, you're okay. And release. Taking another deep breath. And release it. Now, say this intent with me to yourselves in an undertone. Ribbona Shalom, source of all reality. You created me, and you are creating me right now. You gave life to me, and you are giving life to me right now. I'm relying 100% on you alone, and not on anyone or anything else at all. Ribbona Shalom, source of all reality. You created me, and right now, you're willfully creating me. You gave life to me, and right now, at this moment, you're pouring life, chiyus, shefa, into me. I commit with all my heart at this moment to rely on you for everything. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. Only from you right now, and to no one or nothing else at all. Let that thought, idea, that energy, that intent flood your whole being and consciousness. Choose right now to cut off from all reality, anyone else, and anything else you turn to. to uncouple from that, disconnect, to give your entire consciousness only to receive from Source and nothing else. Direct connection, disconnecting from everything else. Rabbonu Shalom, who creates everything, constantly and right now too. You created me, and right now you are creating every cell, every fiber of my being. You gave life to me many years ago, and now you're pouring life and energy into me, renewing me every moment consciously and willfully. Right now, I hereby commit to cut myself off from everything I rely on and depend on in the world, and receive and rely only from you, your pure light and your pure source. Now, envision drawing a light all around you. Feel it flooding from above and coming over your being. The B'tachon bubble, the bubble of faith. You are safe within it, and bring your limbs and all your being into that bubble right now. If you're a woman and you're expecting, put the fetus into another bubble so you know it's perfectly safe and being helped by the source like it's supposed to be. Your children in a separate bubble, your husband or your wife or your friends, everything in a different bubble, nothing next to you. Ribbon Shalom, source of the universe, source of all reality, who creates everything, creates every moment, and thus it is all divine and all good. But despite its divinity, I only want your divinity right now. You created me right now. You are creating me on a cellular level and the level of my consciousness, the level of my body, the level of my midot, the level of my dominion, and the level of my machshavos, of my thoughts, my seichel, my bina and my chachma, from the top to the bottom of my soul, from the shoresh, the root of my soul, tachas hakisya hakavod, to the world of Atzlus. You are creating that all right now, pumping light into that right now. I choose from this moment on to only rely on you for everything, physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic, to receive everything from you right now, to not need anything or anyone else, not physically, not emotionally, not intellectually. And I bring all my limbs, all my veins, all my snooze, all my sinews, all my nerves, every fiber of my being into that commitment. It's okay if I don't understand every word he's saying. Please just accept that I want whatever he's saying, whatever his teachers wanted, and whatever their teachers wanted. See yourself flooded with light. Connect to it, to source. Bring that light even stronger in now, around yourself. Nothing gets in, nothing gets through. Anything that's not allowing you to connect, move it to the outside of the circle. Enjoying your entire being in that place. Ein od mevado, there is nothing else but Hashem right now. Everyone you are emotionally waiting for forgiveness from, that has hurt you, that is trying to disrupt your life and das, they are all outside and you are disconnected from them. They can no longer affect you. Hashem, only from you do I seek my love, my validation, my support. My financial income only comes from you and nothing else. My joy in life and my pleasure, I only seek pleasure from source, from nowhere else. And let that pleasure come now. Let that love come now. Let that validation fill me now. Rabbona Shalom, Master of the universe, who transcends space and time and matter, the Or Ein Sof, the infinite light, which you release yourself into now. Draw all your limbs completely into now. You created me. You are creating me right now. You are creating me right now because you know that I'm turning to you right now. You are giving life to me right now because you know I'm giving right back to you. I choose to rely and turn to you and only from this moment and nothing else and no one else. I can interact with the world, but everything that I need, I receive from Hashem, my Father in heaven, my Abba B'Shamayim, Tati, the Eibishter, the infinite source of love and light, who gives unconditionally. An akuda of avodah zarah, of idol worship, that which is painful or challenging in life. See it outside the bubble, and anything you need from it, leave it outside. But draw those needs back into the bubble and ask Hashem to fulfill them now. Ask Hashem to increase that love and light of connection now. Know that He can and wants to, and that He will. You just have to choose to be open to it. I want you to spend 3 to 4 minutes right now doing whatever you need to do inside that bubble. Speak to Hashem with all your heart. Keep repeating that mantra, Rabbonu Shalom, pushing things out of the bubble. Dialogue, if you will. Increase light, love, compassion. Make sure all your limbs are in the bubble. Every part of your being comes in and is protected. Begin that process now. Feel the bliss, the connection. By now, you're probably feeling the tingling of energy flowing through your hands, maybe even on your face a little bit, or some part of your body, but you definitely feel it by now. Slowly and consciously, you're going to move your hands to where I tell you. And whatever you don't understand, it's okay. Because you're connected to Source and He knows what you want and mean. Slowly and consciously, raise both hands above your forehead where the tefillin goes. Raise both hands forehead above you by your forehead. This is the keter, the crown. Yud kamotz, hey kamotz, vav kamotz, hey kamotz. Yud kamotz, hey kamotz, vav kamotz, hey kamotz. Yud kamotz, hey kamotz, vav kamotz, hey kamotz. Now over your eyes, not touching. This is chachma. Yud patach, hey patach, vav patach, hey patach. Yud patach, hey patach, vav patach, hey patach. Yud patach, hey patach, vav patach, hey patach. Now gently, carefully and slowly over your ears. Yud tzere, hey tzere, vav tzere, hey tzere. You can feel the energy from your hands. Yud tzere, hey tzere, vav tzere, hey tzere. Yud tzere, hey tzere, vav tzere, hey tzere. Now by your throat, this is das. Yud cholam, hey tzere, vav kamatz, hey tzeri. Yud tzere, Yud cholam, hey tzere, vav kamatz, hey tzere. Yud cholam, hey tzere, vav kamatz, hey tzere. By your right arm, chesed, Yud Segel, Hey Segel, Vav Segel, Hey Segel. Yud Segel, Hey Segel, Vav Segel, Hey Segel. Yud Segel, Hey Segel, Vav Segel, Hey Segel. Slowly to your left arm. This is Gavura. Yud Shva, Hey Shva, Vav Shva, Hey Shva. Yud Shva, Hey Shva, Vav Shva, Hey Shva. Yud Shva, Hey Shva, Vav Shva, Hey Shva. Now to the center of your chest. This is Teferes. Yud Cholam, Hey Cholam, Vav Cholam, Hey Cholam. Yud Cholam, Hey Cholam, Vav Cholam, Hey Cholam. Yud Cholam, Hey Cholam, Vav Cholam, Hey Cholam. Over your right leg, this is Netzach. Yud Chirik, Hey Chirik, Vav Chirik, Hey Chirik. Yud Chirik, Hey Chirik, Vav Chirik, Hey Chirik. Yud Chirik, Hey Chirik, Vav Chirik, Hey Chirik. Over your left leg, slowly moving your arms over your left leg. This is Hod. Yud Kubutz, Hey Kubutz, Vav Kubutz, Hey Kubutz.
The Wolf's Call is the 2019 film directed.
Yud Kubutz, Hey Kubutz, Vav Kubutz, Hey Kubutz. Yud Kubutz, Hey Kubutz, Vav Kubutz, Hey Kubutz. Now, over your organs between your legs, Yesod. Yud Shuruk, Hey Shuruk, Vav Shuruk, Hey Shuruk. Yud Shuruk, Hey Shuruk, Vav Shuruk, Hey Shuruk. Yud Shuruk, Hey Shuruk, Vav Shuruk, Hey Shuruk. Take one more minute right now to do whatever you need to receive. Slowly receive, putting your hands back on your legs, with your palms up, turning them into vessels to receive. To understand whatever you need to understand. Just know you are connected, you are safe, and be aware, as the Torah taught us, this is building a truth of consciousness within you. That even when you went back into the challenge in life, even with your eyes open, back into the challenging situations, there is no reason they should appear or need to appear. And even if they do appear, you're in the light the whole time. You're disconnected from them. You are safe and one with the source. The bubble is with you always. The B'tachon bubble is with you always. Feel the energies. And ask Hashem to share them with all those who can't, because they need them most. Giving is the most precious gift. He has plenty around to go around for everybody. You won't lose anything by sharing it. All those in the room right now, all those live on Zoom, and everyone that's going to watch it on YouTube or anywhere else. Let them feel the power also, the energy, the chiyus. Ein od mevado. Ein od mevado. There is nothing else. Shema. Yisrael. Adonai. Eloheinu. Adonai. Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Machusa V'Olam Va'ed. Ribbon Shalom, Master of the Universe, Source of all reality, who guides everything in reality. There is nothing He's not guiding. There is nothing that happens that's not from Him. You created me. You create me. Every element of my being and consciousness, body and soul, right now, you are giving life to me, to my body and my soul, my consciousness, and the energy within me right now. I hereby commit now, forever forward, to only turn to you. To only rely on you, to trust you and no one and nothing else. No one and nothing else in the world, physically, emotionally, energetically, and in this I am safe. In this I am healed, supported, and guided. I bring every ounce of my being into this bitachon bubble. Nothing can harm me. This truth itself is my shield. Let's take another deep breath. Slowly let it out with a sigh. And again. Holding it. And release. When you are ready, and only when you are ready, I want you to slowly open your eyes and come back to me. going to ask everyone to please turn on the cameras. And anyone that has any questions, please raise your hand and I'll call upon you. Don't drink any water or anything right now. Enjoy what you're feeling. Water is meant to bring us back down. We don't need to be down. It's a misconception. Does anyone have any questions? Yocheved, you want to unmute yourself?
Thank you, Reuven. It was a very powerful meditation. Very happy that I participated in it. I have two questions. That we did the Merkava without doing the Malchut. I did it for myself, but I noticed that you didn't do it with the group. Is there a reason?
Certain, well, for one, this meditation is going to be going in the public, and I'm very careful if I'm not pronouncing the Nekudot, where there won't be an interruption, so I won't say it out. So I skipped certain parts. There's a lot more to the Makarva.
Okay, right. My second question is, I believe that Rav Katz taught us to say Vav and Hey, not to say Vav Hey. But I noticed.
I said Vav. That's why I said I didn't do the mouth, because it's Vav Kamatz, Hey Kamatz, Vav Kamatz. The Nekudot are the separation.
Ah, okay, thank you. Okay.
I believe the reason why Rabbi Katz does it, the extra and, is just to satisfy anyone that will see it and take part in it and try to argue with him.
Ah, okay. Thank you for the explanation.
Does anyone else have any comments or questions? Please raise your hand.
Rabbi, is this for all religions?
Is this for what?
All religions, everybody.
The question that just came to me now, is this meditation for anyone? Can any religion do this? Yes, anyone and everyone can. The Zohar says that Kabbalah is even for non-Jews. It's imperative, though, that we realize that when we come into the bubble of B'tachon, that there is no in-betweens. You're not connecting to anything else besides the true source. That's the only connection that we need, and that's what brings us to the elevation. That's what raises us up. Any other questions, comments? Anyone have any experiences during this meditation? Feel free to raise your hands.
Is there a best time to do this?
Is there a best time? Yes, whenever you're alone and not going to be disturbed, it's very important to connect to the source. A lot of people lose it during their daily actions, involvements, whether it's a spouse or a child or just a boss or the concern for money, thinking that it comes from the boss instead of the source. People believe if I get 6 overtime jobs, I'll make more money. But in truth, we understand that there's one time a year that the source says, this is how much you're going to get, and that's what you're allotted. So the reality is that overtime, as much overtime you might put, it's not going to gain you anything because that money is going to go somewhere else. God forbid. Any other questions or comments? Benjamin, you have anything to say?
Yeah, it was very good. Personally, as when we started doing the Bitachon bubble, I felt the need to say that moment to Shema Israel because my understanding of Shema Israel is that it's a recognition that Hashem is taking care of us in every aspect. So that,
Just
that
to point out, sorry, Benjamin, just to interrupt you for a second, just to point out that Benjamin has been with me before, and he has done this. That's why he knew what was coming up and where to go with what. I'm sorry, Benjamin, please continue.
um, so yeah, I felt a lot of energy coming down. You know, you connect with Hashem, you get close to Him, you feel the light surrounding you. I also, on my part, when you started saying, you know, feel the alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet, I went through the whole alphabet in my mind. You felt how the light came down from the Aleph to Taf and backwards and back again to Hashem. It was very powerful for me, and I appreciate it. Thank you. And I hope everybody could have definitely taken something from this.
Thank you.
What preparation should you do before, and what should you do after the meditation?
To prepare for the meditation. Cleanliness is always important. As religious Jews, we know we are commanded to wash our hands in the morning with a ritual washing, 3 times on each hand, picking the cup up with the right hand, passing it to your left, pouring it over your right, then over your left, 3 times on each hand, announcing God's sovereignty by saying Moda Ani, and just take a few minutes and think about everything that He gives you. And, you know, I used to be able to run around. I think I saw my mother here before on the cameras. She could vouch for me. My wife could vouch. I danced by my wedding. Today I'm in a wheelchair. Well, not right now, I'm in a regular chair, but I am in a wheelchair to get around. I have difficulty with my breathing. I fall a lot. But you know, we have to realize that everything that comes to us is a gift from God. He loves us so much. And He wants to give us. He has everything. He has all the money, everything. My question is not why this is happening to me. My question comes out is, what can I do with what He gave me? He gave me a precious gift. What can I do? Well, I could tell you, I spoke to Jessica a little bit beforehand. She seems like a very nice person. I believe I spoke to Pam a little bit. You know, can you walk? Can you feed yourself, dress yourself? Can you breathe on your own? You have so much to be grateful for. So it's a very simple thing to say thank you. But you know what? Say thank you when a precious, valuable thing that you have in your home breaks and falls. Say thank you. It wasn't needed anymore. And that's why you took it back. Because it's all His. We are in a transient world. No matter what's going on today, we are going to be in a different place. And we have to be grateful for everything. And I promise you, from my own experience, that if you will look at everything, no matter what it is, the barber messed up your haircut, coffee spilled on the floor, your husband woke you up too early, whatever it is, you need to get married and you're not yet, everything comes from above and happens when it's supposed to. And if it doesn't happen what you think should, be grateful for it and thank him. Doesn't mean you stop asking. You can ask him for the right wife, whoever she is. All right, that beautiful blonde or whatever you're looking for wasn't the one. But I know you know better than me, God. Master of the universe, creator of all. So I know you know what's best for me. My first brain surgery was planned. My second one was too, just not by me. God had his good laugh in heaven. During the first surgery, they paralyzed my left vocal cord. I had to have another one for that. But they didn't know right away, even when an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor, checked me in the hospital, he couldn't figure out what was going on. And he's not going to, because there's only one healer, and nothing gets healed until he says so. No matter what you ask, no matter what you do, remember he knows better, and he'll do it when it's best for you. You know, they say a prayer never goes unanswered. I had a mother ask me, so why isn't my daughter married? She wasn't a religious woman, her daughter was. I said, just because it skips a generation doesn't mean your prayer goes unanswered. It's going to go somewhere where it's needed most. And only he knows the best. Any other questions or comments?
Should one form a habit of doing this before davening, before doing it Twaradut?
Should we do this before davening? Before prayer? Well, let's go back to a long time ago, where people were able to revive the dead. They took an hour before prayer, an hour during prayer, and an hour afterwards. What do you think?
You answer the question.
Anytime is good. There's no such thing. You know, there's a question. I had the question of in the Shemon Esrei of the prayer of Jews, when we stand with our feet together and we say in an undertone praise to God. And right before it, there's a part that you're supposed to connect directly to it. The redemption is supposed to be directly connected. So how are we supposed to do a meditation, the Makarva only, not the whole thing that we just did? How are we allowed to do it in between? And I got a very good answer for it. If you don't do it, that's the interruption. Because you're only mumbling, you're only talking. Do the Makarva meditation in between, and then you'll know what praying is. Any other questions or comments by anybody? If I don't see you right now, since there's a lot of more people, feel free to just, Avi Lichter, please unmute your mic and talk to us.
Okay, I got it. It's not a major question, just at the beginning. You hear me? Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay, good. In the beginning of the meditation, when you said to envision the ladder, I would imagine that a ladder, that tall needs a lot more than just 10 rungs.
Yes, good question. The reason is because you don't need to count more than that. You're actually counting 30 because you're counting each one 3 times.
Where does the 3 come from? That was
The 3 is just to get you into the state, to help you get there. It's a comfortable number. There is other things that are other reasons also, but it's not for right now. You'll have to come to me for another Shabbos if you want that answer.
All right.
Reuven, I'm gonna head out, but it was wonderful.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Meru, do you have any questions or comments? I unmuted your mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm just having a,
Wait, before you start, can you introduce yourself and say where you're from, please?
okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Mairu Kalonzo. I am based in Nairobi, Kenya. This is my first time joining the sessions today. I'm really happy to be on board. I hope you guys are all learning something, and may this be a fruitful session.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Did you have any experiences or did you have any feelings during the time?
I can say for certain I've had quite a bit weighing in on my mind recently. Although when we entered into that state, I felt there was something that would have been, if it was materialized into something tangible, would have been a heavy weight for me to carry. Though when my eyes were still closed, I felt some part of it, shift from the right side at the front of my head towards the back. And maybe it just made me feel like there was a lot that I hadn't addressed, what was lingering in the back of my mind. And now I feel somewhat relieved, because as much as that space has been cleared, I can also see or sense the feeling of having much less to worry about.
There's something called Murphy's Law. And what happens is when we empty a space in us filled with negativity or stress, we have to be sure to right away fill it with positivity and joy and happiness, because this emotion of joy is a choice. You can choose to be happy right now, this moment. You can choose to be upset. The choice is yours. So once you get a feeling of you remove something, be sure right away to fill it with something positive, a positive thought and a positive feeling. And the closeness that you brought yourself towards the creation, towards the creator, towards the source is a powerful tool. I hope we get to know each other a lot better.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Does anyone else have any comments or questions?
Yes. Somebody like Mr. Kalonzo, who's hails from Nairobi, a wonderful place in Kenya, where I have fond memories, by the way. How does he get to be taught? Should he wish to be taught as a trainer, and then to teach others in Nairobi to extend the opportunity that you've given him tonight to many other people in Nairobi?
By nod of heads, did everyone hear that question? Okay, the question came up to me. We just had Meru, who spoke to us from where he comes from. And the question is can you learn how to do this properly, how to meditate this properly, and then to share it to others? You definitely can. And I am personally an NLP master practitioner and trainer. I learned it through a doctor in America. I then took my training from there, and I found that all the stuff that I learned, I found in actual Torah, the commandments, the 10 Commandments, the Old Testaments. So, because I felt the need to bring the source into everything I do, into my life, and to share it with everyone else. Especially in the last 4 years, because my health has been deteriorating so much. And I just feel so much stronger and so happier since I've been making this connection. And the more we do it, the easier it comes to do this connection and the higher experiences we get. You can even have a truly out-of-body experience. And it is such a healer and such a pain relief. Since my mother is here, I'll just say I took a lot of pain medication in my days. A lot. Without going into details of what. But I had to take quite a bit. During one of my sessions, it was about close to an hour meditation. For a whole day and a half, I went without a drop of pain medicine because I didn't need it. And to me, who lives on pain medication, it's something amazing what the gift he gave me. It's like he just reached down to me and he said, "You're mine. Let's get fixed. Let's get healed. You don't need those things anymore. I'm going to give you the high you never had, or the high you may have had, but now you're going to remember it." Any other comments or questions? Ilana, any questions or comments? Wait, your mic is muted. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Shalom, Rabbi, and everybody. I'm Ariana from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm happy. This is my first time to be in this class. And I got some problem there before for joining because of the network. The network was very low. But I joined when the class was going on. I don't have much to say today, but I'm very happy. I think I will be joining and I want to learn more. I'm a Noahide from Kenya. We have Noahide community here in Kenya, and I'm very happy for what you are teaching, Rabbi. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. And this recording will hopefully be put onto YouTube so you can experience the whole thing. We can do it again, hopefully sometime. And there can be classes. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Rabbi,
you.
if it's possible to ask, the meditation was amazing and we want to thank you. It's mamash, it feels like something that transcends life. And during the whole process, when my physical eyes were closed and my spiritual eyes were open, I had this clear thought of my neshama. This should be taught to children. Can we do it with kids at home as parents or with children in classrooms?
The question came to me now, since you may not have all heard, can you teach this to children and in classrooms? Definitely. Meditation is a perfect and amazing substitute when done correctly for many different things. And it truly does bring healing and joy to feel this connection.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions or comments? Please raise your hand so I can see. Wait, my mother has something to say. I think I'm in trouble. Hold on, please. Okay. Mommy, you have to speak up. We can't hear you. Your mic is not muted. We're not hearing you. Okay. All right. I guess there's a glitch on her side. Can you try to talk now? Well, everybody, that's my mother. I'm sorry, for some reason we're not hearing her. She may not have an active mic. Mommy, always good to see you. Love you. Stay well. Anyone else have anything else to say?
Is this something we're going to do once a week? Is this a program that you're going to be introducing?
Will I be introducing this program? Yes. There is going to be a network set up to where this will be learned. And whoever sent you the invitation, please contact them and tell them that you're interested. Give them your contact details. I will contact you directly with God's help. And if not, the person who gave you the information will contact you. One of us will. And we definitely look forward to doing this again, more in depth for those who wish. And yeah, so just let me know.
So I think this is part of what you teach, not everything.
This is only part.
So maybe you can.
Like I said, I'm an NLP master practitioner and trainer. I have studied hypnosis from the Erickson method. I'm also a trainer in laughter therapy. And, someone asked me, how did you get into the training of laughter therapy? And it's very interesting. I used to be very depressed, even though it's hard to believe today. But I decided to turn it around and I would start looking in the mirror. And I just started laughing. It's like, how could I not with a face like that? So I just started laughing. I go, and I would laugh about it. It's great, I laugh about my health. I laugh about my pain. And it's just, someone came to me with their girlfriend and they told me that their girlfriend wants to stop smoking. So I said, okay. And they came to me and I asked her privately, I said to her, why do you want to stop smoking? And she said, because my boyfriend's driving me nuts and it's just not worth it anymore. I said, do me a favor, save your money, save my time, keep smoking because the stress is going to kill you quicker than the smoke. We get stressed too easily, and it's a very dangerous thing. It causes cancer. It causes so many illnesses and marriage problems and everything else, and it's just not worth it. And when you face something spiritual that you just can't handle, that's not yours, and you get deep into a meditation, you lift it up to the Father, to God, to the source, the only source. And you say to him, this is yours. I can't do it. Please heal this for me. And he will heal it. And then you are blessed by receiving those sparks. Sharon Mizrahi, do you have anything to say or share as a coach and trainer? We would love to hear from you. If you can put your camera on.
Yeah, hi everybody. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you so much. I was out this evening. I missed the first part of it. I love the end of it, and I hope I'll be back for more. You are amazing. You're truly amazing.
To know, Sharon lives in Jerusalem. She is a natural healer. She's an amazing dietitian. I used to suffer from sinuses terribly. And when I started changing my eating habits, it's amazing what she did. And the part that I do is no contradiction to what she does. Because in our bodies hold on to the stress and the pains and everything else which is left there. And you need to remove those also. They're called klipot, shells. So it's very important to, when we take in something, what we eat is so true. And I was blessed that Sharon showed me that. and she's always in my prayers every day in gratitude. And because even if the action is done and I'm doing it on my, and I can do it, the gratitude is something that always has to remain. And as much as I have it, and I learned through my connection with her, that as much as I have my gratitude to her, I have to remember to God, to the source, to always have my gratitude there. I'm sorry, it's your turn again, Sharon.
Thank you very much for the plug. If anybody wants to contact me, Rabbi Weinreb can connect us, because he's a great matchmaker among his many, many other brilliant talents. And I'm really happy to be here.
No
And
problem.
happy to know you all. It's great.
I don't know if you missed it, but I said it. That hopefully, with God's help, is going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. If you could post the link when you have it, or
Great.
send it out to us, it would be great.
No problem. And anyone that wants the link is welcome to contact me or the person. My warmest regards to your husband, or the person that sent you this link. Anyone else wants anything to say before I say good night, good morning, good afternoon, depending what time it is by you? Anyone else have anything?
Yes, I have a suggestion. Maybe Rabbi will consider to set a group of people who will learn it from all around the world to do it every day at a certain time together, in order to all of us aim to connect to Hashem Barach.
So the question's coming to me, will I train groups individually in different countries where they can then afterwards go and teach it to others? It would be an honor and a pleasure. And again, we are setting up that network for this. It's going to take a few days. If I can just get the person who's helped me to wake up on time. His clock works differently than ours, because even though he lives not too far from me, if my clock says 9, his clock says 4, and he thinks it's 4 in the morning, so he goes back to sleep. But he's an amazing guy. I'm not going to say his name, only because I was teasing him. And I love him truly. He's a great person. Is there anyone else with any questions or comments before we say goodnight? Eitan, Naomi, anybody? All right. With that being said,
is this not an opportunity? What you mentioned, the 40 days, that everybody that's on here.
Yes, for everyone that's here, thank you. We are starting as you know, the Jewish holiday Hanukkah is coming. We are starting a 40-day program of internal repairs and reconnecting to the source. Our first step is we're going to start praying at 7:30 in the morning. For local people, I will be giving a class on the laws of the Sabbath, and followed by a small little breakfast, hopefully, afterwards. But the class will continue into other steps. As soon as our website is up completely, the link will be there if you want to follow and join in this 40 days. It would be great to help bring the light of Hanukkah more powerfully into our own lives and to spread it into the world.
And this is not just for people of the...
This is for people of any faith, because as long as they're willing to connect directly to the source and not use any intermediary, whether it's voodoo or a source that took human form, anything, we have the power to connect directly to the source. And that's my intentions of teaching this program, is that people will connect direct, not need to call upon any magic or anything else.
I urge everybody to join and send invitations to everyone.
So like I said, everybody will hopefully be getting the links from somebody to the website, to the YouTube, and further. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate your time and your participation, and you should all just stay well. And remember, our faith Yes, that too. Our face is a public domain. And, if you're feeling negativity inside, do yourself and everyone else around you, keep it inside. Nobody needs it. Put a smile on this face because it belongs to the public. If God didn't want everyone to look at your face, it would have been internal instead of external. You would have had a face inside. Your face is public. And I'm telling you, if you fake it, even if you don't feel it, you will eventually, without even noticing it, have it where that's a real smile all the time on your face. And not just because you're looking at me and laughing. So to everybody, thank you again. Stay well. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody.